Welcome to the game Growing Groves. This game was originally called Orchards. It's a game by Chris Lawrence, and it plays from 2 to 5 players. Here I've set it up for 5 players. You're going to be dealing out the cards or taking out cards depending on your player count, but we'll put those in the video above here so you can see those. In this case, though, you deal out everything except for 4 cards, which is your player burn pile. So you have a burn pile that's off to the side that is going to be different depending on player count. But in this case, and most cases, it's going to be 4 cards that are set off to the side. And with that, every card is dealt out, and everyone also has a treasure card. With that card, you're going to hide it, but then you probably want to sort your hand by whatever suit you have, because this is a must-follow trick-taking game. Since it's a must-follow trick-taking game, it's good to have at least your suits together. Maybe you don't want to give too much away, or you could just arrange by number value. But after you do that, hand out the cards to everybody. There's an initial bidding phase in this game. So everybody goes ahead and takes a look at their cards. They can either bid a card just to try to add to the piles. So we have these 4 suits here. And if I play this 2 here just to add to my bid, I'm probably not going to win the bid, but it's just going to go underneath that tree. And what it means is this tree now has, instead of just 1 point, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that this suit is worth. So whoever captures the most suits in this is going to get that. So I could either bid that to try to capture those points, because maybe I have some high cards. I don't right now, but maybe I did have some high cards and I thought I could win those. Or I'm just throwing off just to get something out of my hand and make it harder for other people, especially in a 5-player game. But I also have this card here, this treasure card, which is going to allow me to do one of 2 things. During the bid round, I can use it and say that, I'm not going to take any tricks. So we simultaneously reveal our bids. I'm just going to shuffle up these cards here and do it randomly, since this is just an example. But each of the players would have a card in hand to bid with. And this player, I want to keep this separate since this is the one I'm playing with. This is my cards here. So we'll all play out a bid like this, and 4 and 5 players, and then we reveal. So anybody who played their treasure card is saying that they don't think that they're going to be able to take any tricks. Okay, great. So in this case, we would put these, and whoever is the highest, the second player in this case is going to play first, and they're going to lead the first round. They're also going to put their 8 out here. So this is now worth 3. This is now worth 4, and this is also worth 4. But these 2 players, I believe the 4th player and myself, are saying we're not going to take any tricks. But this is a must-follow trick-taking game, right? So those would just stay out in front of us to show we have used them. The second thing that these cards can be worth or used for is you can just automatically win a trick by playing these cards out in front of you during a trick. They automatically win the trick instead. So you can either use them to just win a trick, and it's the first play that will win the trick when you play with these, or you can play them during the bid phase in order to say that I'm not going to take any tricks. Kind of reverse shooting the moon sort of thing going on there, where you're not trying to take any tricks. So let's say this player will just play a card. Says, you know what, I'm going to play this 14 of, I think this ended up being straw fruit. So they play their 14. Their player to their left has to then play, which would be me in this case. And that's not great for me. So I want to be able to get rid of this 15 at some point, because I said I don't want to take any tricks. But for now, I would play this 5, and then we would have this player play. This player would play maybe, let's see everything that's in their hand. They are trying to win some tricks, so they don't love this at this point, but they also don't want to lose out too much. So they decide they will go ahead and play this 6 of this straw fruit here. I think that's what we ended up on final art with, but in any case, they play the 6. This player could play the 4. They're happy with that because they don't want to win any tricks, and they're already out of that suit. And then finally, this player isn't happy about it either, but they're going to play the 2 because they don't want that to become too powerful. So they play the 2. The second player over here next to me, who played the 14 originally, wins the trick. They take everything because they all matched. at this point. They take that just to show that they've won one trick. They'll put the 14 face up next to their hand and show that they have won one trick in that suit. And then they're going to play again. So they think, that worked out interestingly. I don't have the 15, so I'm not going to try to win that yet. So I'm going to try to win something else and then maybe throw off and make this worth more later on, because somebody might want to get rid of, in fact, maybe this player or this player might want to get rid of the 15 later on. And then I might be the only person that might win in that suit. So this time I'm going to play the 16. So they're going to play that 16. And again, knowing that there's a 15 and a 16 out there, this player, me, is happy with that because I can get rid of a high card in that suit, so I'll play that. This player is hoping to win something soon because this is worth 4. Unfortunately, they can't win it, so they want to get rid of the least points possible, so they're going to probably play this 9 right now, even though they have a 15 in hand, because they want to try to win that later on, at least tie. This player is happy not winning it, so they're going to get rid of the 14 here. And then finally, back to the player over here. They are a little bit unhappy not winning that either, but again, they want to lose something so that maybe they could win one later on, so they'll play the 11 here. So again, this player has won another trick, and they put that here. They're a little bit nervous about what's happening because they want to win the most tricks, but they decide to go ahead and just not win, but play a high, because this one is worth 3. So they're going to play 3 in cheese fruit over here. So 13 in cheese fruit over here. So they play that. I'm happy about that because I can lose again. I'm going to get rid of that 3 so it doesn't add to the points there. I don't want anybody getting too many points. This player is going to play something. They're not happy about this because that means that they're not going to win this because this is the last card they have in that hand, so they're going to play 10. This player will also try to get rid of something high. They're going to play the 15 to get out of that suit as fast as they can. And then the final player is going to play, they don't want this to end up with a lot of points, but they have a lot of points in hand on this one. So they think, you know what, for now, I'll get rid of the one that has the biggest, I'll play the 1. So still not great for this player, although now they have 3 suits that they are in, which makes it a little bit easier maybe to capture some points. So they have 3 tricks that they've won. They've won this one, only worth 1, this one worth 4, and this one worth 3. They try again just to see what could happen. They see if they can get out of blue. If they win it, they're not too upset by that because it's worth something. And with the blue, I am forced to play, let's play my highest point card, get rid of that. This player really wants to win that blue if they can, but do they have it? Do they have a way to win it? They think, 9, 3. You know what? They're going to try to take it with the 12, knowing that this player doesn't want to win it, and it might afford them an opportunity to get out. They have a 15, 14, and 4, so they're going to play their 4 because remember, they're trying to take no tricks. And then finally, this player, it is not going to be able. Oh, no, wait, they could win it. So they're happy with that. We didn't know if that was in the burn pile or not. It was not in the burn pile, so they take it with a 16, and we have a new person leading a trick. So now they are winning the blueberry with 4. So they could lead with their treasure card. If they do that, the next plague card would be the lead suit, so that's a little dangerous right now. But what they're going to try to do is see if they can pick up points on one of these 2 suits maybe. So what they're going to do is they're going to try with their 13 to see if they can win this suit. So player over here sees that 13, and unfortunately, because it's a must follow, they have 2 choices. They could either play their treasure card and auto win it, or just play the 8. They don't want to do that yet. They want to save that, so they're going to play that. I'm forced to follow suit also. I don't mind because I can get rid of this high point card that's not going to show up in the tree yet. This player sees the 13, can't do much about it, except for they have a 15, so they're happy with that. So they play the 15, they're currently winning. This player, knowing that there's not a 16, knows that they are safe to not win it. They put the 4 out. They're also happy to not add points to that tree. And this player also has to play a 3, but they could take it if they decided to. So, in fact, at this point, maybe a little bit risky, but they're going to play their treasure card, end up taking it. They'll keep that in front of them like that to show that they've also used their treasure card, and then they continue with play. So what happens when you can't? So now we have some people that don't have suits. So let's just take a look at this hand real quick. This hand only has yellow and blue now. So now that that has happened, this player doesn't know that. But they're going to play. They're going to play their highest card just to try to win some more. Okay, and they want to try to make sure this has points. So they're going to play this 11, see if they can win more. Some red tie with this player. This player has a 12. They'll try to win with that. I have, unfortunately, a 15, which means that I'm not going to hit my no tricks taken. I kind of was just using this as an example, but I'm going to probably win that. We see that. This player, though, has a 10, and they see that I'm currently winning. They don't care if I win because 20 points is a lot. They're not going to let me take that 20 points. It's better for them to mess me up, so they play that to mess me up. And then finally, we come around to this player who doesn't have either. They have a choice. They could either play their blue or play their yellow. They're going to play their. They don't want anybody to get too many of these points, so they're going to play their. They're going to play the 14 just to get it out of their hand. And so what happens with that is, unlike normal, so I'm going to take that, which is not great. So I would take the red to show that I won that. That would go over by my side. I can move my treasure card over here to show that's already used. But with this 15 red, I am out of contention for any significant points with the treasure card. And this card that was off suit gets added to the number of fruit that are in this line. So now yellow is worth, instead of 3, there's another point there. This is now worth 4 for yellow. We continue like that until we get to another round. See who has won the most. Ties are friendly. So if it did end up like this, both of these players would win this fruit over here with 4 points and add up all their points, keep going until someone reaches 50 points. And that's the end of the game. That's how you play Growing Groves.